Welcome to Walk the Line. Well, I'm your host, OG Chris Lane, giving you the Dynasty Mad League Week 3 Golden Picks, and I'm joined by my co-host, Jay, the owner of the Seattle Seahawks. What's going on, Jay?
Nice. Glad to be here as usual, ready to dissect all these games. There's some really, really good early Week 3 matchups.
Now, it's Week 3 in the DML. You know, everybody already know what it is. It's road to high stakes, and it's Week 3, and we got some real interesting matchups, so we ain't going to hold the people up. Coming in with the first game of this week, we have AJ and the Arizona Cardinals versus Solomon Kane and the New York Jets. Now, the Jets took a one of the most craziest hits in the DML this offseason. They lost 4 players, 4 key players. This week they're going up against a tough Cardinals team who's, they're home right now. They're going to have to find some way, in my opinion, how to just put it all together this season. They're going to have some guys that they're bringing into their scheme, their system, that's going to have to step up big time with them losing them 4 players. That past off season. What's your thoughts on this matchup right here?
Yeah, Arizona is having some QB issues with Cam Newton. He really needs to find. There ain't no way Cam Newton's going to be high stakes. He's got to find one in this offseason. Cam Newton has 1 touchdown to 7 picks in just 2 games. And as far as the Jets, he did take a huge hit, but look for both of his rookies. I love this rookie tight end he got, and then he actually had to draft a replacement for losing Fernando Dole, which is a huge hit to any team. But this rookie out of UCLA, Russell Butler, he looks like a stud already. I'm going Arizona in this. That New York Jets team is depleted, and Cardinals run away with this one.
I'm telling you right now, with my pick, I'm going to have to go in the opposite direction, man. I'm going to have to go with the Jets and Solomon Kane. The reason why is Solomon, free chicken, baby. No cornerbacks out there in Arizona can guard your speedy wide receivers, man. Lean on the passing game and send them guys on the 1,000,001 streak route, because I'm telling you, the Arizona Cardinals secondary can't keep up with the speed that you're bringing into this game. So my pick, man, I have to go with the New York Jets. Moving on to the next game, we got the Bucs and the Chicago Bears versus Taz and the Detroit Lions. So I'm going to let you take a lead on this one. What's your thoughts on this game right here?
Yeah, Taz and the Lions. It's an early divisional game, both in need of a victory. Lions shorthanded with losing his quarterback, and I think Bears ground and pound this victory out.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with you on this one too, man. When you lose, your starting quarterback, somebody that you plan on, developing and getting gelled into your system, that's a crazy impact to deal with early on in the season, but you can bounce back from it. But I'm going to go with you definitely on this matchup. I got the Bears coming into Detroit, grounding and pounding, getting a W going into Week 4. Moving on, we got KP and the Kansas City Chiefs versus the big homie and the Cincinnati Bengals. Now, KP fell short last year, losing to Bruce in the AFC Championship game, but it seems like he hasn't missed a beat. That offense is still clicking. You got Tyreek Hill, who's coming off of a monstrous game, putting up 163 receiving yards and 3 touchdowns. In this matchup right here, it's a no-brainer. I got the Kansas City Chiefs putting up Nuggets, probably an extra 50 piece on the side, but he's going to run with this one, man, getting that victory going into Week 4. What's your thoughts on this matchup?
Couldn't agree more. I even just have in my notes, Chiefs will have what I like to call a nice stat-pat game, and believe me, the Chiefs are bringing Nuggets to this one.
All right, man, moving on to the next game, we got under 2 rated and the Washington Redskins versus C-Rob and the Carolina Panthers. Now, a lot of guys might don't find this game interesting, but this has the weight of being a good matchup right here. You got under 2 rated with the Redskins, who always comes out and plays a great game, but it just seems like the longer he's in the game, the more unraveled his team becomes. Like, I don't watch him from Week 1 up until Week 2, be in every single game that he's in. Then when it gets up to those crucial moments, his team seems to just unravel and just can't figure out how to secure the W. On the other hand, we got C-Rob and these Panthers, man, who, in my opinion, are not playing up to their true talent. He missed the playoffs last year, but he's putting together some impressive wins early on in the season. This game could be real good, man, but I think in this matchup it's going to come down to one thing: what defense can create turnovers. And in my opinion, I think that the comeback king, C-Rob, and those teams at home,
come back,
feeling that feeling that home crowd energy and get this W at home and going into week 4. What's your thoughts on this matchup and who you taking?
Yeah, close battle. Really a toss-up here. I'm expecting a heavy defensive game. Both teams have really nice young talent on that defense. Oh, man, it's tough. I'm going Redskins, close battle.
Ooh, okay, undisputed rated. Bring home that first victory of your 2024 season. But moving on, we got HBO and the Dallas Cowboys versus Matty Ice and the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, come on, people. You already know what's about to happen in this, man. Get the nuggets ready. You know, get
Fire the grills up.
Fire the grills up, man. Get the 80-piece ready. Get the hot dogs ready. Get whatever you want to grub on. Just bring it to this matchup because Matty is going to eat. I'm telling you that right now. And HBO's going to be sitting there, you know, just receiving whatever Matty's giving. This is going to be a bend over and just take a game, man. So with no brain, I got Matty Ice taking this one at home by 50+. So what's your thoughts on this one?
Yeah, after the Eagles getting smacked by the Packers, Matty Ice has started his revenge tour, and I don't see him looking back at all. He's going to go full metal jacket on every one of his opponents. Matty wins big.
That ain't no brainer. Moving on to the next one, we have Marizi and Indianapolis Colts versus Hamilton and the Minnesota Vikings. Now, I got something to say here, man. Do you think the Minnesota Vikings is the most exciting team that everybody wants to see this season just off the fact of one player?
Oh, everybody wants to talk about that speed freak of Griffin. He killed it in the first game. I don't know what happened in the game we just played. He didn't have one catch, so I'm hoping that isn't a trend. I hope he knows how to just completely feed a freak like that because he's going to be one of the most exciting players since Bass to really come out and make an impact.
Yeah, and I got to agree with you, man. You got to know how to feed the beast. When you have a weapon like that, as in Griffin with a 99 speed, you know, you got to know how to feed the beast. And in my opinion, I don't think that the Colts secondary has, even though they're sitting at 2-0, I don't think that the Colts secondary has faced a weapon as in Griffin this season. So I think that Hamilton and this matchup will get things going with Griffin, which will allow his offense to open up as far as the run game and other things that he likes to do. So with this pick right here, I'm going to have to take Hamilton and the Vikings getting the W at home going into week 4. Well, what's your thoughts on who you going with?
Yeah, I'm going Vikings as well, but he has to stop David Johnson. David Johnson has been just the centerpiece. He's got 34 attempts for 238 yards, 2 touchdowns, and he also has 8 receptions for 99 yards just in 2 games. So look for David Johnson to be very active within the Colts offense. But Vikings need a win here if he wants to at least try to compete for that division over there. He needs a win early. I say he gets it here.
Okay. Moving on to the next game, we have Eddie and those New Orleans Saints versus Kurt and the Green Bay Packers. I'm going to tell you this right here. This is a must-win game for Kurt. Even though it's week 3, you're going up against a top-tier, in my opinion, top 2 users in the DML. This is a game that you circle on your calendar as one of those games that I have to come out and win this game. This is a confidence builder. This is a game that can test your 6 skills, even though it's the regular season. But this is one of those games that if you pretending or you contending. Simple as that.
Yep.
And with the moves that Kurt has made this offseason, bringing in Ezekiel Elliott, he's developing his linebacker core out there. He's developing his secondary. His offensive line is developing. He got a dual threat quarterback this offseason, and he has Colbert, who everybody knows is a flat out beast, healthy. You know, so I think that this is going to be a game where he's going to have to come out with his thinking cap on and figure out, number one, most importantly, how to put up points on this New Orleans Saints defense. The offense in New Orleans is spectacular, but 85 is a strict. I'm trying to tell you guys, I better wake up and listen and take heed to what I'm telling y'all. He's a defensive-minded coach. The offense is great, you know, but I'm telling you, his defense is the key to his success. So Kurt's going to have to figure out how to put points up on his New Orleans Saints team and also still slowing down that offense. But in my opinion, man, I don't think Kurt match up toe-to-toe 6 skills with Eddie. So my pick, I'm taking the Saints on the road, getting the W by multiple touchdowns going into week 4. What's your thoughts on this game?
Packers are riding some high momentum after beating the Bears and then smashing the Eagles, which I don't think anybody's seen coming. And that's just one game. It happens to everyone. I'll be excited to see if Kirk can try for the upset here, but I'm taking Saints.
No brainer, no brainer. Moving on to the next game, we got skill trade in the Buffalo Bills versus the Schemer and the New England Patriots. Now, this game right here, can by far be a low rated game or a fighting game, because you got a divisional matchup. You got the Buffalo Bills. Man, on paper, this team is stacked. Like, on the offensive side of the ball, on the defensive side of the ball, this team is stacked all around the board, but they just can't seem to figure things out. And it's like, in my opinion, it's going to be another repeated season where the Buffalo Bills pretty much will be contending for the top 3 draft picks in this upcoming off season. Now, the Schemer, this is a win that you want to lock in early. This is one of those easy games that you got to come out, you got to win, because you don't want this loss to come back later on this season to bite you in your ass. So I think the Schemer is going to have to put, even though Six Skills, we think that the Schemer is on another level of the skill tree, the Schemer is going to have to figure out how to make it all gel together and secure this easy win at home early in the season. So my pick, I'm going for the upset. I'm taking the Buffalo Bills on the road, getting the W out there in New England. What's your thoughts on this game and who you taking?
Yeah, I got 2 new nicknames for these guys. I got the Chew Clock Bills, and they're going to get destroyed by the New England Seahawks, because that guy, if you just look at his team, he's the New England Seahawks. He's got Frank Clark, Bobby Wagner, Griffin, and I gave him Hooker too. He's got 4 of my stud players over there on that defense. But I think this is a wash. Patriots win big.
Okay. Skill trade don't let me down, man. Bring home this W. Next up, we have King Vitamin, the Los Angeles Rams versus T-Pain and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I got a question for this, for both owners, man. What is going on with these organizations, man? You have the LA Rams, who heading into this cycle was one of those teams that you thought would be contending for banners, and then you got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who made crazy moves in both of these past offseason, and they seem to just keep falling down by the wayside. What's going on? You got any advice to get these guys that can get their organization going in the right direction?
Yeah, I can speak a little more for the Rams because he's in my division and stuff, and I'm always we're already this deep in the season, and I just keep waiting for Vitamin to just come out of nowhere, and I mean he's not, and he plays me so tough, but I just keep waiting and waiting and waiting. Last year he finished 8-8. He's been finishing like that almost the entire time here. I don't know. He has such a good team. It's really, he needs to just kind of break this game down and restart, because whatever he's been doing for the past couple years, it's obviously not working. He needs to figure out a different game plan.
Yeah, so this is what this game's going to have to come down to, and I'm going to make a bold statement. Even though the Rams and King Vitamin has been putting up poor numbers in these past previous seasons, I've got him come high stakes, ready to ball, and he will be picking in the top 8 in the DML Madden 20 draft. That's a bold statement, Vitamin. I believe in you. But in order for him, let's talk about this matchup. In order for him to secure this matchup, Vitamin, the 13 points that you're putting up on the offensive side of the ball and the 33 points that you're allowing on the defensive side of the ball is not going to cut it. You're going to have to cut that 33 points in half if you're planning on winning in the DML. I think that you're going to figure it out in this game. You on a roll, play with that. You 0-2, dying for a win, and I think this is the week that you can get it versus T-Pain and those Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So with my pick, I'm taking King Vitamin and those Rams getting their first victory of this season going into week 4. Who you going with in this matchup?
Yeah, Rams had such a huge offseason, made some really nice draft picks. The rookie running back, Anton Dean, and then the 6'8 freak, Braxton Humber out of Tennessee. Look for those guys to make a huge impact, and I'm taking Buccaneers struggle to score, and Rams pull this one off.
Gotcha. Moving on, let's go to the next game. We have my Cleveland Browns versus Flair and the Pittsburgh Steelers. This game right here, I'm telling you flat out. Um, I got a new mindset just in this cycle that I erased what I was doing in the past. I just got a whole new mindset. I don't care about stats. I don't care about in the top guy in the league, having the top player in the league. All I care about is victories and competing for banners. So
Let's go.
once you erase stat chasing out of your mind, you play this game totally different. Totally different. And entering this game right here, this is a game where in the past I would look at it as I want John Ross to go off for 450 receiving yards. I want Lamar Jackson to rush for 200 yards and pass for 300. But I'm just going to come out, stick to my game plan, play Flair to his weaknesses, and secure a W on the road. What's your thoughts on this matchup? Because I'm taking my Cleveland Browns, hands down. That was already on my calendar, that W, man.
Yeah, Steelers CPU picked him a really badass running back, but it still isn't enough to get past the Brownies. Brownies easily win.
Next up, we have Eddie Forrest and those Los Angeles Chargers versus JB and the Denver Broncos. Okay, JB and the Broncos seem to, still not figuring things out there in Denver. We have his quarterback who just seems to can't get their offense going. They're only averaging a total of 6 points per game. But their defense is balling out, though, to be honest. Their defense is only allowing 13 points per game. But this is going to be a matchup, hands down, that Rashard Bass is going to come out and destroy JB and those Denver Broncos in that secondary, flat out. But I'm going with the upset in this one. I'm taking JB at home.
Upset. Upset alert.
JB at home, listening to this show, rolling up a fat one, securing him a W going into week 4. What's your thoughts on this matchup and who you taking?
Yeah, these are easy game notes. Bass looks to just have a complete monster game. Chargers win big. It's a shame that Kevin Purdom hasn't been able to take that Broncos team to the next level, because he is still one of my favorite players that's gotten drafted.
We're going to see. Come on, JB, bring it home, baby. Next up, we got SJ and the Houston Texans versus Darkness and the Tennessee Titans. Now, Darkness last week, man, took a crazy loss. He was up, I believe, 17-0, and things just fell apart. How can Darkness figure out how to come to the light in this matchup? Because those are one of them games that you just felt, it just slipped through your fingers. And it's hard to bounce back from that. So I think Darkness is going to have to figure it out and figure it out fast, because he has the Houston Texans team coming into town. Even though they got some key injuries and key spots on this team, I still think that SJ has a solid game plan whenever he goes against Darkness and these Titans. So my pick, this is a no-brainer. At SJ, getting the bounce back win, getting the W going into week 4. Who you got in this matchup and who you taking?
Yeah, Texans run away with this one. Look for Clay Brooks to just keep regressing as the Texans' injury-prone defense still finds a way to suffocate Clay Brooks. Texans win.
Moving on, we got Westside Pablo and the New York Giants versus Nasty Luke and the Atlanta Falcons. Westside Pablo right now, man, sitting at 2-0. His defense is flat out balling. 16 turnovers through weeks 1 and 2. 16, ladies and gentlemen. That's crazy. I don't know if he was playing against Ray Charles or Stevie Wonder, but 16.
Ouch.
God dang, that's a lot. That's a lot.
Yeah.
But he's coming in and he's facing a user, even though his stats in previous seasons has not been proven that he's a good user, because he's finishing above 500 or a little bit below 500 or at 500 even. This Atlanta Falcons team is very dangerous, and they drafted a rookie running back who fits their system, and he's ready to run. He set out last week, and this week this young man is ready to go. So, with my pick in this game right here, it's going to be a good one. I'm telling you, it's going to be a good one. I'm taking the Atlanta Falcons at home, man. The Shaq brothers come alive in this matchup. That rookie running back, he's going to eat. I expect for, Nasty Luke to feed him the rock. And I got the Falcons securing the W at home going into week 4. What's your thoughts on this matchup right here, and who you going with?
Yeah, really excited for this one. Definitely had the potential to be game of the week. High-flying offenses with super stingy defenses. Look for this one to have a lot of big plays on both sides of the ball. I'm going to ride that momentum of this New York Giants team, and he's going to get a W here. I had Falcons, but after his performance the other day, and we're going to ride that momentum. Westside Pablo.
Okay. Moving on to our DML game of the week, we have Sweet 99 and San Francisco 49ers versus Jay and those Seattle Seahawks. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is must-watch TV. We got Sunday Night Football, baby. The lights is bright. We got Jay undefeated. We got Sweet 99 undefeated. And it's a divisional matchup. And these are two guys who do not want to let this game slip through their hands. G, I'm going to let you take a lead on this one, man. What's your thoughts and what's the momentum that's ride on this game right here to enter this matchup?
Yeah, these are definitely games that you get up for. Me and Sweets are in the chat on the daily. We're always messing with each other. And every time we play, it is a battle. This one, once again, has to be a W for me. I won the division last year, and I know he's coming on strong. He's going back to some of his original stuff that he likes to do when he was winning. And I know he's going to bring it out hard tonight. And this is going to be a tight battle. I got to find a way to score some points.
This game right here, man, I'm telling you, going to be electrifying. But this game is going to come down to the simple as this, man. What guy could bring something new to the table? Because watching you guys play, you guys know who you like to throw the ball to. You know when it gets to that third and long, what play is about to be called. So this game's going to come down to one simple thing. What guy could bring something new to the table and execute it and hit the user by surprise? But with my pick, man, it's going to be a good one. With my pick, I'm going to do it just the way I thought I was going to do it. I'm going with Jay and the Seahawks. Getting the W at home. Locking down Kittle, that beast tight end, and putting up points on this monstrous San Francisco 49ers defense. I already know that you picked yourself from this one. I ain't even going to bother by accident. You had the circles on the calendar every W.
Yep.
Man,
always.
Tune in, man. I'm telling y'all guys, tune in. This is going to be a good one. But moving on to another exciting matchup, we got Expert in the Jacksonville Jaguars versus Tightwoods in the Miami Dolphins. Now, this is also must-watch TV. Monday Night Football, baby. 8:30 at night. We have Expert in the Jacksonville Jaguars versus Tightwoods in the Miami Dolphins. Expert's coming off of a loss to Marizzi, which I just gotta put it out there. Expert made a bold statement saying that he would never lose to Marizzi. And I know when that clock hit zero, Marizzi was on backflip in his chair. I know he was.
The day is came.
I know for a fact he was, but this is going to be a bounce back, game for Expert because this is a familiar foe that he used to facing. Now, y'all seen me stress the issue time and time again about tight work in these Miami Dolphins, about stopping down the run, and it's easy to beat the Miami Dolphins. Ladies and gentlemen, tight work this season has been passing that pill. I watched them last week, man. Shred darkness in those Tennessee Titans. They came back from being a 17-point deficit to lock them a win. So, Tabor is getting dangerous, man. He's getting dangerous, and I'm seeing it. He's starting to pass that route, and he's combining it with a solid run game. And also, can I just put the DMO on alert? Who gave this man Christian McCaffrey?
Yeah, that's one of those we like to call TPC deals in our party chat. That's exactly how that went down. The little finesse move here, finesse move there, bam. Next thing you know, gone. Yeah, that's tough. God. I'm glad he's in the AFC. Yeah, I tried to get him for years.
That's ridiculous, man. But tip my head up to you, Framework, man. But I'm liking what I'm seeing from this Miami Dolphins team this year. They're combining a nice passing game. They're sprinkling a nice passing game. And that quarterback out there is using his feet to extend plays. This game will come out to the same thing what I mentioned about you and Sweet. This is a familiar foe that they're used to playing each other. It's going to come down to what user can bring out something new. As simple as that. You have the Jacksonville Jaguars, who just came off of a crazy loss, and you have the Miami Dolphins, who just came back off of a crazy win, coming back from a 17-point deficit. So I think that, with my pick, I'm filling my picks this week, man. I think I'm going to get it right. I'm picking a 100% game card this week. I think I'm going to take taking tight work at home. Taking tight work at home, getting the W, sprinkling in that read option, sprinkling in that little passing game, and that monstrous run game. The formula equals success. What's your thoughts on this game and who you picking?
Yeah, wild card rematch, primetime game under the lights, Monday Night Football. This is one that should be, once again, a battle to the end. But I'm going tight as well. I think Tight's got his number, and either expert needs to get back to grounding and pounding like he did in the first 2 years, or instead of always looking for those routes that just take so long to develop. I think Dolphins win this one in a close battle. I'd say Dolphins win by 10.
Okay. Dang. Woo, by 10, baby. Moving on, we got Tone Dog and the Oakland Raiders versus Bruce and the Baltimore. My fault. Let's rephrase that. Bruce and the defending DML Super Bowl champ. Now, this game right here, okay, Bruce. Right now, just looking at the stats, it seems like this team has not woken up yet. This defense, because that's what he leans on to secure him victories. His defense. I think that they're still having a Super Bowl hangover, and that this team has not woken up yet. This is a matchup where Bruce is going to have to get it together, because the offense is only putting up 11 points per game, and the defense right now is ranked bottom in the DML, giving up a total of 309 yards per game. You cannot do that against the Oakland Raiders, and you plan on bringing home that W. Tone right now is clicking on all cylinders. This Raiders team seems to be getting it together early on versus them trying to figure things out later on in the season, and by that time it's too late to even make a run for the playoffs. But I think Tone right now, he's starting off with some fire. He's balling out right now. They're doing their thing. They're sitting at 2-0. So I think that this is going to be a game where Tone's going to come out and ride that momentum, man. With my pick, man, nope, I ain't doing it. I'm going with the defenders. Bullshit. Getting it together, doing their thing this week, giving Tone his first loss of this season, going into week 4. What's your thoughts on this matchup, man? Who you picking?
Yeah, Ravens won a close battle at Denver last week by 7. Now back at home, I see him adding another W against the division, or against just in front of his home crowd. And Ravens, he's definitely feeling a little Super Bowl hangover. And I think the last game, only beating a guy that turned the ball over 6 times, and you only won by 1 possession. If that's not a wake-up call that you need to, get back to trying to go back to the ship, then I don't know what is. But I think he finds himself again and beats the Raiders.
Okay. Let's start going to picks, man, for week 3. We just went down every game, who we think is going to win, secure the W. We want to take the losses, the upset picks. Drop a comment, man. Let us know who you think. If we got it right, if we got it wrong, who you think is going to pull out these victories, man, this week 3 game. I'm your host, OG Chris Murray. Dave, always a pleasure doing the show with you. I appreciate you jumping on. We out.